All right, today we had a trade this morning in the NFL as the Jets are sending defensive end Jermaine Johnson to the Tennessee Titans to reunite with his former head coach in Robert Saleh in exchange for defensive tackle Trevondre Sweat, the former second round pick for the Tennessee Titans in 2024. And overall, a win-win trade in my eyes. Two guys that weren't really going to fit the scheme or the future plans for each of these teams. So why not just make a clean swap? Makes a lot of sense for both sides. But we'll break it down a little bit deeper, and we'll start off with the Titans. Jermaine Johnson had his best years under Robert Saleh. In 2023 was his best year, making a Pro Bowl and having 7.5 sacks. And he's a guy that's very comfortable in Saleh's scheme. Saleh runs a 4-3 defense and a wide 9 look. The Jets are obviously opting to go to a 3-4 scheme, kind of leaving Johnson as the odd man out and having to move on from him. He is also on the last year of his deal. I don't know if the Jets were looking to pay him. Tennessee has a lot of money. They're number one in cap space entering into this offseason. So unless they do an early extension right away, they may wait and see how he plays, and they can give him the money that is needed to extend him. But Johnson is a good fit for that 4-3 scheme and being out in the wide 9. And now for the Titans, you don't have to spend another draft pick or, spend any money in free agency to go and get another defensive end across from probably a rookie, because I think both of these teams are still in play to go grab another edge rusher. So for the Titans, whether that be Ruben Bain, Arvell Reese, or David Bailey, now you're going to have one of those guys across from Jermaine Johnson, and in the middle you'll still have Jeffrey Simmons, a good starting front for Robert Saleh as he steps in for his first year as the Titans head coach. Now, as for the Jets, Trevondre Sweat is going to be that nose tackle. That 0-1 tech nose tackle is just going to be there to eat up a ton of space. Aaron Glenn now going to be calling the plays. He tried that 4-3 scheme because that was what Saleh had previously in New York, and he found out that he wasn't really liking it, and Glenn's very comfortable calling that 3-4 scheme more often than not. So he needed to go grab a nose tackle, a guy with a lot of weight, size. Sweat is about a 360, so it is the right guy for that scheme. And now the Jets don't have to spend, their first or second round picks on a defensive tackle. And hey, they still might. I still think they need a lot of help in a lot of areas, and just getting bodies is very important. And now Sweat is a guy that's also under team control. But now you can also look to improve other areas. Now it kind of gives them a little bit more flexibility if need be. And Johnson wasn't a guy that they were probably going to sign long term. Johnson's already 27 years old. Doesn't really fit that scheme that they're going to run 3-4. So why not make the move and go get yourself a nose tackle? But it's the first trade that we've seen since the start of the combine. Let me know what you think. I think overall, like I said, it's a win-win. I think both of these guys just weren't going to fit what's going on in their old homes. Now they both get a fresh start. So let me know what you think. We'll see what ends up happening, and I'll see you next time.